For many years, the common wisdom in our society has been that bigger is better. From the time when the Tower of Babel was constructed to reach up to the height of the heavens, human beings have tried to match the great grandeur of God. How many words in our updated English dictionaries come with the prefix mega? Bigger is better. Go big or go home. While we often look for things that are happening on a grand scale, we gather tonight to confess that God often works on a mysteriously small scale. So while sustaining the universe, God also creates the time and space to see what's going on under the hood, down low into our little lives. And what does God see? Declining health creates new limits for the aging and brings grand energies down to scale. Military deployments in places like Afghanistan and Iraq and Syria, well beyond a decade, take their toll on material and human life. Conflicts between tribal and global identity create anxiety throughout many of our institutions. All of these realities instill a fearful longing for big and bold solutions to monstrous problems. Well, I have news for you tonight. There were big problems in the year of Jesus' birth. The big empire of Rome ruled harshly over little Judah. Rome demanded big taxes and big changes. The religious leaders of the day also had big egos. They demanded a big tribute to support the big temple and the priesthood who served its establishment. In those times and places, God might ask, what's preventing my people from living in my loving ways? Why do my people refuse to welcome me into their big places of importance and power? Kings, palaces, wealth, power, prestige, influence, buildings, and infrastructure seem to prepare little room for the reign of God. But God knew of a way to get underneath all the refusal and rebellion swaddled in bigness. God conceived a small but bold move. God decided to miniaturize himself and enter the world through an ovum, into a tiny embryo, into a fetus, as a tiny baby in a small town in a little country the size of New Jersey and in the midst of ordinary people. St. Augustine puts the matter in flowering beauty. Him whom the heavens couldn't huddle, the lap of a single woman could easily cuddle. God came down into this world in tenacious love through Mary, a young girl from a small family. Jesus the Messiah, born in the little town of Bethlehem. In a stable, not a very big building, laid in a manger, not your signature piece of Amish furniture. Again, listen to Augustine. May faith be present so that you can believe what took place. Isn't it enough that God was humbled for your sake? That was God who became human. Cramped was the outbuilding he was born in. Crimped was the blanket he was wrapped in. Crumped was the manger he was laid in. On that starry night in Palestine, a little manger becomes filled with the biggest thing of all, the most powerful reality in the universe, God's stooping and swelling love for all people. A love that never misses the small and out-of-the-way places. A love that gets to the people and places who feel they are nowhere near even microscopic detection. That love of Christ is so big and powerful precisely because it comes to us so small and approachable and vulnerable. By underground Chinese Christians whispering the story of God's love. By anonymous hands offering to help a neighbor through small acts of kindness. By the steady witness of communities of faith that never, ever make it into the headlines. This is God's small, bold plan. A little baby, born of a virgin teenager, born in a crowded manger, born in a tiny town not even mentionable amid the bigness of the Roman Empire. This is the best big thing of all, brothers and sisters. God small enough to get in with and under the groaning, tired, and messy creation. Small enough to touch all of you who are gathered here tonight. Small enough to save the whole